It was actually my love of music that brought me to work in financial media. If you watch the digital events that we do here at Pure, you'll see that there's 1,500 vinyl records behind me and there's a bass guitar on the wall next to me. And I'm a terrible musician. I like to play drums, but I'm not particularly good at it. So when I was young, I decided to go into a career in radio. I did 20 years in radio, and then I did a little bit of time in TV. And then I got a call from Joe and Big Al asking me to produce the Your Money, Your Wealth podcast. And I've been here ever since. I've grown the podcast about 300% in the last couple of years, so it's pretty exciting. And people love the fact that it's not a dry, boring financial podcast like so many others are. The thing I enjoy the most about it is getting to work with a couple of really fun personalities. Joe and Al are larger than life, even in person, and they'll have a lot of fun with what the person has asked or how they've asked it. And so it's my job basically to filter out the things that they shouldn't say on the air, but then also to try and organize the content so that it's a cohesive podcast that actually makes sense for the listener. Sometimes that does not actually happen. Sometimes we end up with, the first half of it's about Social Security, and then there's some stuff about Roth conversions, and at the end they talk about investing or something like that. So I produce the podcast and I'm talent on the podcast, and then I also produce and moderate the firm's digital online education events. And it's been working in financial media that has made me realize that even though a lot of people may think this is really dry, boring content, it's something that we all need to know. So in the last 10 years that I've worked in financial media, learning about saving for retirement and Social Security and being able to do Roth conversions and the ins and outs of all that sort of thing is useful to me individually as personally, but it's also very useful for our listeners. So I'm glad to be able to help bring that to everybody that listens to the podcast.